Hello. Hey. God damn it. Work. Hey. Okay. Hey. Fuck. Hey, buddy, it's me. It's Brian. No more popcorn. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know how much time I have left. I wanted to record this video. I don't know what's been going on. It's like everyone's just gone fucking crazy. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on. Everything was fine. And then everything got worse. It got so fucking worse. And now I keep hearing things. I hear them coming. I can't. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta get on. I gotta move. I can't see. Fuck. Hello? Okay, I'm officially without any light. The lighter's out. Okay, I'm going to try to attempt to navigate myself by bouncing my voice off of my surroundings. I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Okay, I took 15 years of Cub Scouts. I can do this. All right. Hello? Oh, fuck, that isn't working at all. Okay, let's keep moving. Hello? Fuck, what's this fucking thing? Okay, there it is. Ooh, okay, no, okay. My voice thing is not working. Fuck, ow, it's not working. All right, I'm gonna find, wait a minute. I'm starting to see some light. The thing is, we gotta be careful before we come out. Okay, so, on the count of 3. Oh my God, pray for me. 1, 2, 3. Back! What? Man, drugs are fucking awesome. Woo! My name is Brian with No More Popcorn, and I am fucking bored! So I decided I wanted to record a video. I wanted to go all Blair Witch at the beginning. I'm sure you got that, right? It's very good. It's very good. They actually considered me for the role back in the day, but then they went another route because I said I couldn't stop well enough out my nose. Yeah, so guys, everyone's going stir crazy now. I understand that. I'm walking around right now like I have just done fucking 20 fat rails of cocaine off of a stripper's ass. But I promise you, I haven't. A little bit of caffeine from my diet green citrus tea because I live on the fucking wild side. And yeah, so I've been sitting here watching movies all day, as I'm sure most of you have, and I've been talking forever. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to stand still now. I've been talking about forever how I've wanted to do more collection videos, more unboxings and stuff like that, and just for whatever reasons, you know, I switched jobs and all sorts of things have been happening. I'm engaged now, and, you know, these are all good things, I promise, but for one reason or another, I haven't really been able to get around to them. So I figured today would be a perfect opportunity. So yeah, I want to go over my horror movie collection with you. This is also a lot of, you know, we pull a lot of these movies to watch on our channel. Patrick and Nathan, they also collect movies, so kind of it's all of our collections combined, I suppose. Anyway, I'm blabbing on and on and on. These are the ones that I own. These are my movies. And these are the ones that I can contribute to as far as what we watch and what we review. I'm constantly adding to it. As a matter of fact, Rachel, my fiance, she made the mistake of, you know, I did some, here, let's get this switched around. I did some kind of rearranging in here to make space, some extra space on some of our shelves and everything, because this is really tight quarters anyway. But anyway, I was moving some stuff around, and her parents gave us this new shelf, and I was like, hey, I just want to dedicate that to my horror movies. And she was looking at it, and she was like, oh, I can't believe you only have, you know, I think I have like 220 something or something like that. And so yeah, fucking challenge accepted. Good luck paying the rent, bitch. So yeah, I'm gonna go over these with you now. I'm gonna go ahead and start because my cat's screaming. You want to meet Lucy? Lucy! Oh, Lucy Goosey. There's a boy cat too around here somewhere. He'll probably be in here in a couple of minutes. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and start going over these. I'm not going to go in depth with everyone, but I do want to have some fun with them. I enjoy watching the movies where people kind of give their opinions on some of them, sort of tell us where they got them, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's get kicking here. So once again, these are just my horror movies. Some of these are, you know, there's like a couple of family titles in here, but they're like horror related. But anyway, you'll see one time I want to get to those. So at the top of the shelf here, we're going to start off with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is definitely one of my top favorite movies in general. Definitely one of my top, if not my top, horror movie of all time. I kind of go about bounce back and forth between that one and a couple others all the time. But anyway, I love this. It's the Black Maria truck. This extends out in the back, so I'm not really going to be able to do it one-handed. But anyway, this extends out, and the DVD is in, or the Blu-ray rather, is in there. And it also does have the Leatherface's apron with like blood stains and stuff on it. It's really super cool. So I've got that displayed up there. I also have Friday the 13th 3D glasses. Those are really super neat. That's also my favorite Friday the 13th movie. I love it for all its corniness and campiness. I have a little horror game there, Trivial Pursuit Horror. It's a ton of fun, and I feel like a fucking idiot every single time I play it. The Carton of the Stuff, which is one of my favorites as well. That's such a fun movie if you haven't seen it, but I'll show it on my shelf here in a minute. We got a little Annabelle. That came with like a Walmart exclusive. I think I was buying Annabelle Creation, and it came with that for like, I don't know, like maybe $5 extra. So I figured, why not? In the back, I have Herschel Gordon Lewis, The Feast box set that includes 14 of his movies. Herschel Gordon Lewis is known as the godfather of gore. I absolutely love his stuff. You know, some is better than others, but there is something very unique about his movies. They're so just, their style is so incredible. And it's really neat to watch movies. You know, these are venturing back, you know, to 60s and stuff and 70s. And they're very, very, very well made. They look really cool. They're totally different than really anything that you're going to see anymore. But you also get to see a lot of the techniques of where stuff that you do see today came from. Now that is out of print. You know, it is available. You can get it on eBay or a couple other outlets. That's an Arrow Video release. They put that out. This, believe it or not, is kind of the light version of it, if you will. There's one that came with a 7-inch record and all sorts of stuff, if I recall correctly. But anyway, it's still a really good piece. I highly recommend getting that if anyone is interested in some horror history. Now, you might have noticed we got someone creeping back here. This is not horror, but Tommy Wiseau, you know, The Room. I had a little autographed picture from him. Love is blind. Love Tommy. Yes, awesome. It says my name. Yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, I love that. So I stick it up there because nothing truly is scarier than Tommy Wiseau. Look at that. That's fucking freaky. Oh, hi. All right. So now I'm taking way too much time. I apologize, but fuck it. Let's just have some fun. I guess if you're going to watch a horror movie overview, then you're into horror movies. All right. This is also my first one, by the way. So if there's stuff that I'm missing in my collection that you want to you recommend for me to pick up, or if there's something that I do in this video, like talk too much, then you could tell me, hey, you know, just let me know, comment and talk to me. That's the whole purpose of this. I'm really hoping to be able to connect with some people on some movies. So yeah, here we go, guys. All right, shelf number 1. We're going to start off with 3 from Hell. That's the 4K. I recently just got a 4K TV and a region-free 4K player. So yeah, I've watched the movie, but I haven't watched the 4K of it yet. It's one of those things I keep hearing, like, oh, is it worth it? Is it not? You know, for the upgrade on some of them, but, you know, whatever. Next one I have is another Rob Zombie movie. This is 31. I like this one. I know it gets a lot of shit, I guess, from some people, but I thought it was extremely enjoyable. All right, so this is what I was talking about with some kind of the family stuff, but the Addams Family. But yeah, this was an FYE Steelbook exclusive, I think. I got it at FYE. I know they do exclusive Steelbooks for Arrow. I don't know. I know this isn't an Arrow release, obviously. But anyway, FOA, got that there. Nice to have in the collection. American Psycho, absolutely one of my favorite movies. Love it, love it, love it. Always been meaning to read the book. I've heard the book is way more fucked up than the movie, so that'd be really cool. Speaking on Arrow Video, for like the 10th millionth time already, here's American Werewolf in London. This is the kind of deluxe special edition of it. This movie is fantastic. This release is absolutely just incredible. Arrow Video always puts so much attention to detail on everything that they have. This one I do think is, it might be out of print. Don't quote me on that, but I do know that you can find it for what I consider to be an extremely reasonable price on eBay still. So if you're interested in that one, I would totally recommend picking it up. It comes with a double-sided poster. It's got art cards. I mean, plus that box it's incredibly awesome. So yeah, the packaging is amazing. All right. This next one is from Scream Factory. This is another company that you'll hear me talk about quite a bit probably on this movie venture that we're on together. So this is the Amityville Horror Trilogy. Now, I absolutely love the first one. It's one of my favorite movies, and I had never even really seen any of the other movies. Now, granted, there's like 10 million, I think, now, and I've only seen 9 million of them. Now, there are a lot. So I don't know if they're all good. I would assume they're probably not. But this one comes with the original Amityville Horror, the first one, Amityville 2, The Possession, Amityville 3D, and I did thoroughly enjoy all of these movies. Amityville 3D, in case you're curious, you can watch that in standard 2D as well. Only complaint with this set, and I love Scream Factory, but that box is flimsy as hell. Kind of wish that companies would start getting better with their standards on that. Speaking of which, here is Vinegar Syndrome. You will definitely hear me praise these guys continuously throughout this video. They are probably my favorite company right now putting out movies. Them and Arrow definitely. But like I said, Scream Factory as well for their own reasons. Anyway, this great box, same like I was talking about with that Arrow one. Now this one comes with Amityville, let's see, so 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this picks up where this trilogy leaves off. Now these are all, I believe, made for TV movies. I have watched all of them. I can't remember every little detail, but there's one of them that's about clocks that I thought was just kind of annoying. But aside from that, this is really, really fun. The movies are super cool. They do have that made for TV feel, which makes sense since they were made for TV. But I wanted to show you kind of how this box is too. So this is really cool. This is kind of lifts off the top there, and your movies are displayed inside. It's really cool. They all come with their own individual amaret case and their own artwork. Awesome stuff. All have special features on them. Very cool. That is still available through Vinegar Syndrome's website, so go check it out. Moving right along, some of these, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. Annabelle, I am a sucker for the Conjuring universe. I can't help it. I don't care. I know everyone tore this movie apart. I'm not saying it's great, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Annabelle Creation, I actually kind of like better than fucking any of them. I think that one's pretty cool. Antichrist, one of my favorite movies. This is the Criterion Blu-ray, Lars von Trier movie. Great stuff. If you haven't seen it and you've always been interested in maybe seeing Willem Dafoe get jerked off until he comes blood, or someone cut their clit off, then that's the movie for you. If you like Fox and the Hound, then you'll love. All right, Army of Darkness, special edition here. My least favorite in the trilogy, just to be completely honest, but I do still love it, if that makes any sense at all. As Above, So Below, absolutely fantastic movie, love it, really wish I had a slip for it. Same with this, I got to get a better copy of that. August Underground, I'm going to do a review of this movie at some point. I think it is the biggest load of dog shit ever, period. I'm not trying to, well, actually I can't say, I was going to say I'm not trying to bash movies, that was a very blatant bashing. But, yeah, I heard so much hype about it, and I guess I do see where it comes from. If people are really just wanting a super grotesque, and they, do not care at all about film quality or story or anything like that, then yeah, this is perfect for that. I just thought it was horrible. Yeah, Toe Tag is the company that puts that out, Fred Vogel. Just kind of keep a hold of it, just because it is what it is, and if you want shocking, it very much is so, but mostly because it's like, hey, this is how you should never make a movie again. All right, this is Peter Jackson's Bad Taste. This is a Spanish version that I got. It's, you know, everything's in English and whatnot, but it's just the packaging. Yeah, this is a fantastic movie. If you have never seen this, I do highly recommend checking it out. Peter Jackson had some awesome beginnings. I know everyone knows him, you know, from Lord of the Rings and everything. But yeah, yeah, this and Dead Alive, you know, great stuff. Anyway, I digress. Basket Case, one of my favorite movies. Love it. This is also an Arrow video release. This one was a limited edition. I do believe it is. Actually, I don't think this one's sold out at all, and even if it is extremely cheap. I bought a copy of this for my buddy not too long ago with the case and everything, and it was $20. That's extremely cheap for releases like this. They have great content in them. Bonus features are absolutely fantastic. I'll show those off. That whole bottom part is, yeah, that's insane. And it also does come with a booklet and everything, so that's pretty cool. Beetlejuice Steelbook. We got this one with Addams Family at FYE. They were buy one, get one, so needed that one in the collection. Berserker, another Vinegar Syndrome title. Kind of misleading, honestly. Not my favorite of theirs. It's like a, you know, obviously like a camping kind of movie, you know, tell because of the tent there. But it's kind of misleading on what it is. I would recommend it, but it's definitely not like get a group of people together and watch it good. It's just a good background movie. Birdemic, one of the best worst movies ever made. If you have not seen this, you absolutely have to. No need to go into that any further because I'm sure you all know all about it. And if you don't, then look it up or you're fucking stupid. Black Christmas, one of my absolute favorites. This is the original. I am actually a little bit pissed off about this. I'm going to upgrade this copy. I ordered it. It said it is the collector's edition, which it is, but what they did not mention in it, and this is on me, I blame myself. I should have read all the fine print or at least sent questions, but it did not include a limited edition slipcover. That pissed me right off, but I absolutely love this movie. Glad I have it in my collection, and I will be upgrading that. The Blob remake from 1988. This is a Scream Factory release. I had lived my whole adult life thinking that I had seen this movie, and I bought it a few weeks ago. I have to drop FYE again. If you want a good outlet for Scream Factory and a few Arrow titles, FYE does carry those in their store, so it's kind of cool to be able to go and actually, you know, search for physical media in a store. Anyway, they had this. I picked it up. And I was like, fuck, I've never seen this, and it instantly became one of my favorites. Absolutely great. We did a review of that one on No More Popcorn not long ago, so you should check that out. Okay, moving right along. More Vinegar Syndrome. This is Bloodsuckers from Outer Space. This is a great fucking time. Awesome slipcase. You will notice that with all of their movies. They are fantastic. Bloodsucking Freaks. This is a Trauma release. This one, if you know Trauma... primarily, they're kind of known for more of like their goofy stuff, which this one does have that element in it, but it is also very, at least in my opinion, I thought it was a little bit fucked up. It's not as much laughing going on during that one. Bloody Birthday Arrow release. This one was okay. I think the story is a little bit cooler than the movie itself, but I would still recommend it. Body Melt, I actually just got through watching for the third time, I believe, earlier today. And that's kind of where I was inspired to do this video. I initially wanted to do just like a Vinegar Syndrome collection, but then I sort of decided I would rather just do update videos from now on, like unboxing videos. I actually just placed an order for, let's see, I mean, it was separate orders, but 9 Vinegar Syndrome titles, so I should have those in next week. Body Melt is a great body horror movie. Fantastic. Lots of camp. It's Australian. It's fucking awesome. The Brain, really cool movie. Yeah, same kind of thing. It's actually, I don't know. I'd like to give this one another watch to see where I stand on it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you were looking for just a really kind of super campy, you know, somewhat of a creature feature, sci-fi horror, I would recommend that for sure. Brain Damage, this is one of my favorites and one of my favorite releases from Arrow. This is great. You got a little creature Aylmer in there. We did a review on this very early on in the channel, so you should go check that out. Also, once again, loaded down with special features. The Burning, this is one that I recently found out about. I kind of thought that I was pretty well versed in slashers. I wasn't at all. I'm a part of a Joe Bob Briggs group on Facebook, and I posted, hey, I just found out about this movie, you know, I thought I knew all these movies, blah, blah, blah. tell me some that I'm not aware of, and I got loaded with comments and movies that I had never fucking heard of a day in my life. So it's actually really exciting. I personally prefer to watch videos and learn about new things. I mean, it's fun to go to see other people's collections and be like, oh, I have that, and what are their thoughts on it, and so on and so forth. But anyway, great movie. And this one, I know this is not a good thing, now, but Weinstein did this. The production on this is really good. Anyway, I'm just going to stop right there before I commit social suicide. The Candy Snatchers. Trust me, I don't agree with anything that piece of shit did, but anyway, the movie. Okay, Candy Snatchers, another Vinegar Syndrome release. Same kind of thing with, I can't remember which one it was. There was one down there that I was talking about Berserker. This one it's really cool here and there. It's not the greatest overall movie, I don't think. I'm kind of one of those people, I either like them to be really good on the standard of like, oh, I just really enjoy watching these on myself, which this one is almost that level for me, or I like them to be a lot of fun for me to be able to sit in a group with, and you can just kind of, laugh at the outdatedness and stuff like that, sort of the cheese. This one kind of falls like right in the middle of that. There are fun elements, but they're few and far between. Okay. Chaos. Yes. God. There's not really a whole lot you can actually say about that one. I don't know. I don't really like it. I thought it was kind of stupid, but it's whatever. Notorious. Oh yeah, it's a double bill too. Don't Look in the Basement, which I actually haven't watched. Okay, Child's Play, one of my absolute favorites. I do have to upgrade this. Sorry for the glare. I do have to upgrade this. They do have a Blu-ray box set that includes, I believe, 7 of the films. And it has a really cool lenticular cover on it. Anyway, I keep trying to find it for a good price. I find the DVDs all the time, but I do not find the Blu-ray set, and I'm definitely that snob now. Chill Factor from Arrow Video. This one is a lot of fun if you just like to dissect movies. It's super campy. The plot is absolutely ridiculous. Doesn't make sense most of the time. The kills are insanely absurd and laughable. The score is so hysterical. Highly recommend that one. Yeah, that's a good crack open some drinks or something and watch with some friends. All right, moving on to shelf 2. We have Chopping Mall, one of my absolute favorites of all time. This is from Vestron Video. I still need to get a few of theirs. I have a couple of titles, but anyway, I always enjoy the releases. Chopping Mall is very funny if you haven't seen it. It's a great entry to 80s horror, B-horror. Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Yeah, not really the biggest fan of this one. I do get the appeal. I feel like if I had seen it as a child, then maybe it would interest me a little bit more, or maybe I would have cared about it a little bit more. I mean, Daniel Stern's, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Daniel Stern's in it, so that's cool. But, yeah, I don't hate it, don't love it. It's just kind of there for me. All right, once again, speaking on how much I love the Conjuring universe, I plan on upgrading this. I kind of hate split bill movies sometimes. This one's easy to categorize because it's 1 and 2, but sometimes, when you like that copy of Chaos that I had, it's like, well, do I put it under Chaos or do I put it under Don't Look in the Basement? But anyway, I want to upgrade these to the steelbooks. Are pretty cheap and affordable. Corpse Grinders. This is pretty cool, a little slow paced. People get dug up and turned into cat food. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love that slipcover. All right, Creep. Absolutely love this movie. Fantastic. I am still missing the second one, which to be honest with you, I might like just a hair better. Creep Show. Fucking fantastic. I did not have the pleasure of getting to see this one as a kid. A little inside note for me as well. I was heavily restricted on what we were able to watch as kids. I was raised Catholic and anyway, whatever. So yeah, a lot of these, they just weren't a part of my childhood. This I just got around to seeing actually, and I absolutely loved it. This is a really great Scream Factory edition as well. Dead Alive, Peter Jackson, once again, one of the greatest of all times. Dead Girl, I like this one a lot. I've seen it. I worked at a Blockbuster for about 8 years, and a lot of these little, kind of direct to DVD or independent releases of horror and indie movies and stuff that came out, I would always try to scoop up. This one always stuck with me. I think it's pretty cool. It's got a really neat story. These guys find a a girl tied up in kind of like this warehouse, and they, one of the guys learns that he can have sex with her and basically kill the girl. She continues to come back. It's pretty cool, kind of like, yeah, I would call it a revenge flick. It's pretty neat. Depraved Degenerates. I only have this because of Suburban Sasquatch. That is one of the best So Bad They're Good movies ever, period. That's right up there with The Room and what were we talking about? Birdemic. It's fucking great. Der Todesking. This is part of the Necromantic. So you got Necromantic 1, this movie, then I guess it's Necromantic 2. I don't think they were filmed in that order, but they're supposed to line that. Anyway, actually I haven't got around to watching this yet. I just know it's a kind of an anthology film about suicide and death and stuff, and I've seen some clips, and it looks humorous and at the same time a little fucked up. Here's a good example of how to, ones I don't like because I don't know how to filter them into the collection. Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. Love both those movies. I know there's a lot of Rob Zombie haters and a lot of Rob Zombie lovers. I've always been a lover. I love what he does with his characters. All right, Dr. Sleep. I actually really like this one a lot. I'm a huge fan of The Shining. I think this one also did have a slight made-for-television feel to it, but overall, I was very pleased. A couple of laughable moments, but even the parts that I did laugh at, I couldn't help but kind of refer back to moments in Stephen King books that are, really super bizarre. So yeah, I was okay with it. I haven't read the book, but... All right, Dog Soldiers, one of the best werewolf movies you will ever see and probably haven't heard of if you're not big into the horror world. Great fucking movie. Yeah, same director as The Descent, which is also an amazing movie that I need to get. Don't Breathe. This was actually gifted to me. I did really actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. I might upgrade to the Blu-ray. It's just something that I don't really plan on watching a whole lot. But anyway, it was a fairly good movie if you haven't seen it. Edge of the Axe. This is a more recent Arrow Video release slasher film. This one was pretty cool. Yeah, I would recommend that one for sure. Not really scary. It's just fun. Okay, so now we are getting into the creme de la cremes. Now, all of these I plan on updating. I just haven't really got around to it yet. Evil Dead. Evil Dead Remake, which I loved. I know a lot of people couldn't stand it. I thought it was fantastic. I guess I shouldn't say remake, reboot. Evil Dead 2, my favorite. Evil Town. I just got this one not too long ago and watched it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. This is another Vinegar Syndrome release from the Vinegar Syndrome archive. They have 5 of these titles now. They're kind of bottom loading like an old VHS would be. Super neat. Come with a poster. Double-sided slipcover art. The Evil Within. I absolutely love this movie. I am going to zoom in a little bit on this one because I really, really, really want everyone to watch this. This is so great. It's... very nice. I need to... oh, wow, what a terrible glare. I need to upgrade to the Blu-ray terribly. I feel like this one is completely underrated and not talked about very much. Amazing backstory to that one. So, yes, highly recommend. Evils of the Night. This is so much fucking fun. One of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome releases. This one was gifted to me from a friend, and I absolutely love it. The Exorcist. Yes, extended director's cut. Comes to the original as well. This is some pretty nice packaging for this one. Because I guess it's Warner Brothers put that out. But anyway, it's really nice. Comes with the book and the movie. Fear Footage. I did a unboxing review of this movie. It is the best packaging holding one of the not so good movies. But I do appreciate it enough to hang on to it. I'm not going to sell it. Yeah, obviously, found footage film. I mean, it's okay. I definitely don't think it's one of the top tier, though. This one I inherited through the relationship with Rachel. I'm really not the biggest Final Destination fan. We popped this one on thinking it was the very first one, and we were so wrong. Flesh Eating Mothers. Another Vinegar Syndrome. Lots of fun. Beautiful slipcover on that one. Love it. Frankenhooker. Yes. Frank Henenlotter is a amazing director, which I guess I should have already pointed him out on a couple. But yeah, Frankenhooker, pretty good stuff. I'll get to another one here in a little bit that sort of has a hooker theme that I think is slightly better, though. Okay, so now we have our Friday the 13th 8-movie collection. I would like to upgrade this one to something better eventually, but for now that'll do. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoy 1 through 4, to be honest with you. The rest of them are kind of okay in my opinion until we get to here. These are when I think they really pick back up and they really embellish and kind of enjoy the fact that they're silly. I like that a lot. I also have the remake of all the Freddy versus Jason, yada, yada, yada. I don't really care for any of those too much, but I kind of have to have them. From Beyond, this is absolutely a great movie. Yep. All right. And then we've got the original Funny Games, Criterion. Love this movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. This is the American version that more of you are probably familiar with. It is a shot-for-shot remake, I'm not going to lie. So if you don't like subtitles and stuff, I mean, you can get by with this American version. It is really well done. Galaxy of Terror. This is great. This is a Scream Factory Steelbook. It's a sci-fi horror movie. Very, very, very much rips off Alien in that exact same time frame as well. I think this came out in either 81 or 82. Has Sid Haig in it. Has God, what is Joni from Happy Days? She's in it. It's a lot of fun. This one's a good amount of laughs. Get Out, Jordan Peele, absolutely awesome. Nothing more to say about that. The movie's badass. If you haven't checked it out, do so. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. This is a cool little kind of a media book thing. Love those movies. Essential. Good Night, Mommy. We just watched this not too long ago either because Rachel had never seen it. It's like Swedish or something. Hell, I don't know. They don't speak I can't say that without hating myself. It is subtitled. Fantastic movie though. It's pretty creepy. It's a little predictable after you've seen it one time. It doesn't have a tremendous amount of rewatchability unless you watch it with someone who hasn't seen it. Then you can still get some enjoyment. The original Halloween, absolutely one of my favorites. Probably my favorite actual franchise, I would say, is Halloween. Even though some of them are so ridiculous. There's a huge box set of them available that I am holding out for because I want to get them instead of individually buying these. There is some really cool releases of 2 and 3 though, that if I can't get that box set of the whole series, then I might just go ahead and spring on. Rob Zombie's Halloween. I know it gets a lot of shit. I love it. Halloween 2, same thing. I didn't care for it the first time, liked it the second time. This one actually is one of those old Blu-ray cases. Or Blu-ray cases, I'm sorry. Blockbuster Blu-ray cases, if you remember those. All right, moving right along. Here we are with an Arrow Video Steelbook of Hellraiser. This is the shit. One of the better, one of the best horror movies in my opinion. Hell Comes to Frogtown. Roddy Piper, motherfucker. Woo woo! Great movie. We've done a review on this if you'd like to check it out. Hellmaster. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's kind of a mess, but it's a lot of fun. Another Vinegar Syndrome release, same as Hell Comes to Frogtown. Hereditary. Same thing. I'm sure you guys have heard so much stuff about this. You're tired of it. I love that movie. I do get it might be a little bit artsy for some people. I thought it was absolutely fantastic and hopefully a sign of horror to come. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. This is the one I was going to say is better than Frankenhooker. So if you're in the mood to watch a hooker movie, whatever the fuck that means, then I would watch this one. It's so much fun. You got Linnea Quigley in there too. House. Yes. No, not to be confused with this. This is the Japanese, I believe it is. This is a mind fuck of a movie. It's visually very, very strange. I don't love it as much as I hear praise about it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, especially if you're into this kind of stuff. Arrow Video House Collection. Yeah, this is 1 through 4. I have admittedly only seen 1 and 2. Love them both. They are very let's say charming. They're very charming. House 2 especially almost has, like, with some of the creatures, like this kind of, I don't know, like a never-ending story kind of a feel to it. Not story-wise, but anyway, just check them out. They're a lot of fun. 3 and 4 I will eventually get around to. I love that case that once again holds all the movies individually. They all have their own artwork. Awesome stuff. Let's see what we've got next here. So this is a twin billing between The Howling and The Fog. I have it categorized under The Howling. The Fog's okay. I Spit on Your Grave, the original. Absolutely love this movie. It is, well, it might be difficult to watch if you've never heard of it. It is one of the greatest revenge flicks ever, though. But there is a tremendous amount of rape in it and kind of difficult situations to get through like that. But it is an awesome payoff in the end. I would highly recommend it. I'm not sure who's putting it out, but there's supposed to be a company that's putting this out with a commentary by Joe Bob Briggs on it. So I definitely need to get that. Vinegar Syndrome again. Ice Cream Man. Clint Howard. Love this movie. Stupid, ridiculous, fun. It's great. It Follows. I love this one. I thought it was really good. I hate fucking sticker residue. God damn it. This is why I hate buying from Walmart. Honest to guys, because of this stupid shit. It pisses me off so much. But anyway, very good movie. Highly recommend it. It can kind of be, I guess, interpreted a couple of different ways, if you will. Anyway, It's Alive. Great movies. Tons of fun. Highly recommend this set. Another blast from the past in there. All right, let's see. Let's get that one logged back. Now we got Vinegar Syndrome, Jack Frost with this really cool lenticular slipcover. This is one of my pride and joys. I love this movie. It's so much fun. Mystery Science Theater did that. Actually, they've probably done a lot on here, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely check that one out, especially around holiday season if you're in for some good laughs. It's great. Jaws, I'm wanting to upgrade this one terribly. There's some German companies that have put this out that they're just so awesome, and Jaws is one of my favorite movies. But anyway, I bought that one, and then for some reason I went ahead and decided to get 2, 3, and The Revenge. I will watch them all. I love them all, even though, well, we all know how that goes. Some of them went very downhill, but I still love them. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I know this one is considered a classic, and it is. Definitely not one of my favorites, but I do intend to upgrade this to the Arrow video release, which actually was an FYE. Or I know FYE had an exclusive of it for a pretty fair price. Looks nice enough for me to want to upgrade that. But yeah, if you've never seen it, that is kind of a staple. You should check it out. The original King Kong, love this movie. Not really a whole lot to say about that. That's not already known. Krampus, absolutely fantastic. Me and the fiance love watching this one. Yeah, it looks like it, right? We haven't even opened it, but no, she really likes especially these Christmas horror ones, which I'm a sucker for them too. Last House on the Left. This is one of the only remakes that I would argue that might possibly be better than the original. This is also one of the only movies that is very difficult for me to sit through. Everyone's different on this kind of a thing, but you know, I tend to be able to watch a movie and be like, oh, it's just a movie. And a lot of the situations and scenarios don't really bother me necessarily. This one is a little heavy on the rape side, and it definitely is effective if it wants to make you fucking squirm and shit, because it's extremely uncomfortable. But the payoff is fantastic, and I would highly recommend it. I do want to give the original a rewatch, though. I need to be fair about that. I haven't seen it in many years. Lighthouse, absolutely fucking fantastic. Love this movie. Yeah, so you know, if you've seen The Witch, I find some comparisons in this, not necessarily a tremendous amount, but I do think this is definitely good. Not quite as good as The Witch, but definitely good. Lords of Salem. Love this movie once again. Rob Zombie. This one I think is really super cool because it definitely, in my opinion, pays homage to like just really crazy creature features and you know, it's awesome. There's a lot of really cool practical effects in there that are hardly used anymore. Maniac Cop, fantastic Arrow video release. I got Bruce Campbell in there. This one is a ton of fun if you're looking for just kind of the story's actually pretty good and it's fairly coherent. The kills are really fun. Yeah, this one is actually, dare I say, good. It's good. Good. Okay, Manos, Hands of Fate. Notorious is one of the worst movies ever made. Gotta love it. I also have the Where Mystery Science Theater riffed on it. Fantastic. This one I picked up at McKay's, a local used movie book music store. So yeah, you'll probably notice some of the faces. I had never seen this one. But you got the girl from Cure for Wellness, old boy here from Stranger Things, Anya Taylor-Joy, of course, she was in The Witch and Split and a bunch of other stuff. And this guy over here, he was in 1917, which is a fantastic movie if you haven't got around to watching it. Anyway, Marrowbone is okay. Same kind of thing I've said a couple of times so far with some of these movies is it doesn't really have a tremendous amount of rewatchability once you know what's going to happen. But it's okay. It is a slow burn for sure, just to warn you. Martyrs, absolutely awesome. The original, French? Anyway, this is a fucking awesome movie. This is a must-watch for anyone who's into extreme cinema. If you haven't seen it, you must do that. Midsummer. Absolutely fantastic. Ari Aster. He directed Hereditary. Oh, there it is right there. I'm acting like I don't fucking... Hereditary. This is a great one. All sunlight shot horror movie. It's fantastic. Misery. Absolutely fantastic as well. Scream Factory release. Really cool. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop. Mother. Love this fucking movie. Absolutely great. Same guy who did Requiem for a Dream and Pie and, you know, all that depressing shit. So that's a really good one. Mutilator, one of my favorite fucking slashers ever, 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 ever. It's a great release as well from Arrow. Highly recommend that movie. Ton of laughs. Really fun to watch. Some great, ridiculous dialogue. Here we have Necromantic and Necromantic 2. I personally don't think... now, before you say, oh, I know what he's going to say, I don't think it's that great. I really thoroughly enjoyed the first one. What I was going to say is I don't really... there's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's the most grotesque thing you could ever imagine. And it's really not. In my opinion, it's more of an art house movie, and it's kind of fucking, God forgive me for saying this, but it's a little laughable. You know, some of the parts that are supposed to be super extreme. I mean, it's gross, but anyway, I haven't seen the second one yet. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Night of the Creeps, pretty fun little movie. Yeah, that's really all I can say about that one. It's definitely worth the watch. Pretty cool. Tom Atkins, I think, is in that one. Yeah. Anyway, it's awesome. I would watch it. Night of the Lepus. This is one of my favorites when I was a kid. It's about giant killer bunny rabbits. So that should sell you, and if not, then, you know, fuck off. All right, moving right along. Here we are on Nightmare Before Elm Street Collection. Pretty cool, I guess. Would kind of prefer a better box. Night of the Demons. Awesome, awesome, awesome movie. This is a Scream Factory steelbook of that. Love that movie. Night of the Demons 2. This is my only 88 films... I think this is my only 88 films movie that I have so far. Fucking awesome, though. It's honestly, was definitely right up there with the original. Might even be a little bit more fun. Nightmare Sisters, speaking of Linnea Quigley, this is a really, I mean, absolutely ridiculous movie. We've done a review of that one if you want to watch it. The Omen Collection. I picked this one up on a whim just because it was hand numbered. I don't really know anything about it. I started to watch about 10 minutes of it. I wasn't really feeling it, so it's just kind of sitting there until I feel bored enough to do it again, I guess. This is another Vestron collection. This is Parents with Randy Quaid. Very strange movie. I would recommend that one. It's pretty cool. Phantasm. Awesome. I cannot wait to get the entire collection of that. Pieces. This is another one of my favorite slasher films of all time. This is great in every single aspect. It's wild as hell. The story is so choppily put together. The dialogue and the dubbing is just grand. And all the while it is a huge fucking bloody mess, and I love every second of it. Pigs, Great Vinegar Syndrome release. Pretty good one, actually. I think that was from the 60s. You know, sort of obviously outdated, but pretty good. Not a whole lot of laughs in that one. Just pretty enjoyable. Poughkeepsie Tapes. This is another one that everybody seems to go batshit crazy over. I don't get it. I'm going to do a review of that one soon, so you can hear me bitch enough about it on there. Psycho, absolutely fantastic movie. Not really a whole lot to say about that one. Raw Force, Vinegar Syndrome. This one is okay. It sort of has, in my opinion, a little bit too much going on in it. But it's just kind of convoluted, I guess. Rawhead Rex. This one is pretty cool. Clive Barker. This is another one that I would say this is better, you know, you and your significant other or one friend or something kind of curling up and watching. Definitely really cool to see. Some really cool imagery in there. Reanimator, I mean, come on. One of the best of all time. Love that movie. The Wreck Collection. Wreck is arguably one of my favorite horror movies ever, ever, ever. Absolutely love it. Of course, we do have Quarantine, the American version. Almost shot-for-shot remake as well. But I do recommend watching these films. There are 4 of them, and I thoroughly enjoy them all. All right. Woo! I'm sorry. I dropped you. Okay. Oh, Lord, I'm like all fucking zoomed in on shit. Shooey, there we go. Okay. So now we've got Red Riding Hood. This one also came with the relationship. But, you know, Gary Oldman, Amanda Seyfried, Not bad. Return of the Living Dead. Ah, fucking awesome movie. Roar. I could sit here forever and tell you about this movie. Do yourself a favor. Seriously. Do it. Look this movie up. Google it. And I guarantee after reading what you read about it, you will want to fucking see it. These are stupid, stupid people getting fucking mauled by lions because they're fucking stupid, stupid, stupid. Yeah. All right. Awesome movie, though. Actually, I haven't seen this one. Nathan let me borrow it. I'm going to get around to this sometime soon. He said it was only okay. Rosemary's Baby, of course. A classic. Love that one. Scanners. You know, glad to have it. I think the... I'm sorry, guys. Let me reposition myself. I think that the Criterion did a fine job with packaging it and putting it out with the special features and everything. Not really the biggest fan of that one, though. Scream franchise. I will always love this. I think they're just so much fun. I heard that they're supposed to be doing a 5th installment, which would be pretty cool. All right, so here we go with some controversy. A Serbian film. Not even going to talk about it. I'll do a review on my own later on if I ever feel like it. There's so many out there and so many different opinions. And honestly, most people just say, oh, I won't watch it because of it. And I don't blame them. This one is not for everyone. Absolutely not. But if you want to have the title under your belt of saying, oh, hey, I've watched the most fucked up thing that you could possibly do and it was totally legal, then here you go, watch a Serbian film. Got the Blu-ray and the DVD. All right, Session 9, one of my favorites. Very underrated, I feel like. Great asylum going, you know, mad kind of a movie. There we go, The Shining 4K Steelbook. Absolutely love this release. That was a... was that a Best Buy exclusive? I think so. Anyway, really cool. Signs... one of the better M. Night Shyamalan's, I believe. Silent Night, Deadly Night, one of the best, in my opinion. All right, and now, whew, one more adjustment, guys. I'm sorry. Shoo, hey! All right. Sixth Sense. Yep, I hate this movie. Always have. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be argumentative or an asshole. I seen this when it came out. I laughed in the theater. I was like, okay, well, maybe it was because I was with my friends and we were just being stupid. So I went and watched it again by myself. Had my mom drop me off. Watched it. Thought it was stupid. Years later, I bought this fucking M. Night Shyamalan pack that had that, Signs, and I think The Village or something. I can't remember. There's another one in there too. And I mostly got it for this, just to say, like, oh, you know, let's see how I feel about it now. The whole pack was so cheap. It was like $10. And honestly, guys, I still just do not like it. Slaughterhouse. Really cool release from Vinegar Syndrome. Awesome slipcover here. You just kind of pull it apart like that. Really neat. Movie sits inside of it. Okay, then we have another slasher movie here from Arrow Video. This is The Slayer. This one's really cool. Very competent movie, very good. Sleepaway Camp, one of the best horror movies ever, in my opinion. To get these with the slip covers is absolutely out of this fucking world priced. I will get them eventually, though. 1, 2, and 3 from Scream Factory. But I'm not even kidding. Last time I looked them up on eBay for the whole lot of them, for 3 of them with the slip covers, it was reaching up close to, well, I think there was one that was around $200 and one that was around $300. I've not seen any that are really less than that $200 mark, so it's kind of ridiculous. Sleepy Hollow came with the relationship, but I do like this one, actually. I need to watch that. I haven't seen that since it came out. Sleepwalkers. This is a great little Stephen King movie. Great release from Scream Factory. Love that slip cover on it. It's really bright and poppy. Snuff. Actually, haven't got around to watching it. Blue Underground release. I think that's the only one of theirs that I have. That's another company I need to get a little bit more into. Society. Love, 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 love this movie. This is a really cool release of it. It does come with the book and everything like that, but there is an even better one out there that I would like to upgrade to. Eventually, it comes with like a comic and shit. It's really... This movie is so fucking bizarre and so good. And I really, really, really mean good. But you talk about body horror. The end of this movie is the most bizarre shit you will ever see. It will stick with you forever, and you will love it. Brian Yuzna film. Fucking really good. All right, let's see here. Moving right up. Oop, nope, nope. We're done talking about that one. Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-orama. Fucking great movie. Absolutely love it. So much fun. Uncle Impy. Splatter University. Another Vinegar Syndrome title. Dialogue in that one's so terrible, it's good. Spookies. This was a shit ton of fun. Love that movie. Vinegar Syndrome as well. Arrow, The Stuff. Once again, awesome shit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The Suckling, my only Vinegar Syndrome that comes with a slip that I don't have, so I'm trying to buy that. It's a great movie. It's about an abortion that takes place in a what are we supposed to call horror houses now? In a prostitution house? In a sex house? Anyway, this girl goes to this place where people have sex for money, and she gets an abortion. And then a woman flushes the aborted baby down the toilet, and it goes into the sewers, and it turns into the Suckling! Oh my God! And it's awesome. One of the better endings. Really cool stuff. Suspiria, Dario Argento. Absolutely one of my favorite horror movies. This is absolutely so beautiful. The movie, the packaging is really good as well. This is from Synapse Films. But this is an absolutely gorgeous film, and I love it.